Hello there, everybody. It's Sarah from Socially Shared, and I'm here with my lovely friend and fellow businesswoman, Phaedra, and her business is Pipistrelle Art. Hi there, Phaedra.
Hello.
So it's fabulous to have you on the video today. Tell us a little bit about your business, please.
Hi. So yes, Pipistrelle Art. I set it up in 2016 after leaving full-time work, and I am an illustrator and a pet portrait artist, and I draw any pets of any species. I draw with pencil, colour pencil with oil or water base, and graphite. My illustrations, I actually illustrate children's books, and my designs are used on some nice quality clothing and giftware and homeware on my online shops. So yeah, my husband was diagnosed with end stage kidney failure 7 years before I left work, and we went through quite a lot of family bereavement, and Mark nearly passed a couple of times. I always knew that as soon as I got the opportunity financially to be able to work from home, I would, because I think when you go through bereavement and hardship, I think it makes you realise that the people who are really important, and the small things really are important. And I just wanted to be at home with my husband and my two dogs and spend as much time with them as possible. So it just made sense to work from home. And I love drawing. I've been drawing forever. My mum and my dad were both quite artistic. My mum used to teach me everything, from embroidery to glass engraving and matchstick making, buildings out of matchsticks, you know. And she was amazing, my mum. Beadwork, jewelry making. My dad was quite keen on jewelry making when he was younger, and he was a brilliant cartoonist, so he used to draw cartoons of people and little caricatures, and they were fab. So it sort of ran in the family, really. And because when I first started, I started just doing pet portraits. I didn't really think, I always used to think illustrators and illustration was something that I wasn't able to do. But then I started playing, and I just started drawing, and I had that freedom to be able to be creative, and having that time and the space and being at home. I think your creative juices start flowing. So yeah, it was nice to be able to start being able to express myself differently.
Yeah,
that is a full pencil colour portrait of Rafi, brown Labrador. He was beautiful, lovely little old dog, beautiful.
And you do these from photographs, don't you? I know that
yeah,
you've got quite specific instructions of how to take a photograph if the pet's still with us.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting clear photographs is key. Because I focus on the eyes predominantly, and then of course you've got to focus on the nose, because once you've looked at the eyes, that's the which way we're going, that way. So you sort of it's what you are drawn to initially, how I draw it, ironically. So the eyes are very important. I draw the eyes first.
So
if the eyes don't work, the portrait won't work. So that's another full colour portrait.
Gorgeous.
So this one is a graphite portrait, but I colour the eyes.
Okay, yeah. Oh, wonderful.
So this is just using 4 graphite pencils. It depends on the portrait and how many layers of colour that you need. Rafi did take about 15 hours. The first one, the brown lab. So yeah, it was quite a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely. They're stunning, aren't they?
It's lovely. I think my dogs are my family, and I think people who own their pets, I don't like owning pets. I think they become part of your family, and I think it's like giving a portrait of some special person, really. And when the animal has passed as well, I have created a few tears, because it is quite emotional when you see a portrait of an animal who's no longer here, because you remember them and love them.
Yeah.
And I've got to draw my two yet. I haven't done them. I'm going to be doing them
that's interesting.
next year. Yeah, so I've got to draw them. I think overcoming my own confidence. I think it's very strange when you're showing people drawings that you've done, because you're kind of showing them a little bit of yourself, especially with the illustrations. When I started illustrating, I was like, well, I love it, but I don't want people to start going, oh, what are you doing? But so I think it was the confidence to be able to say, hi, look, I've done this and I love it, would you love it, type of thing. So the first book that I illustrated was the Shelley Wilson, and it's Meditation for Children, and there are 10 meditations in there. Their aged range between 6 and 10, I would say. I've got my 2 dogs on the front cover. I was being a bit cheeky. I was so proud when I saw them on the front cover.
Absolutely.
It's a lovely book. Shelley's so talented at creating images in your mind, and I think writing meditations is just a wonderful, especially for children, because you've got a dragon in here who takes you off flying around, and you've got a magic tree.
Yeah, gorgeous.
It's got fairies in it.
So what else have you got to show us there?
So the other book, this one was written by Sharon Lucat, and it's Why Did Grandad Die? And it's a family guide to death and bereavement for children. So it's based on a conversation that she had with her son about her other son who had passed during stillbirth. And the money goes to her charity, the Luke Foundation, for these books, which is lovely. So it was a very emotional book to work on, but I did love it.
Yeah, beautiful.
And it's just so it's necessary. It was an honor to do that one. Really nice.
Yeah.
I love working with businesses as well. So recently did a logo for Surviving Bereavement, which is another charity where they create memory boxes, memory bags for children after they've suffered a loss. So this is the logo for Surviving Bereavement.
Beautiful, Phaedra.
So all of the little, when I was talking to Tracy, who runs the charity, she wanted this is the colour of her logo, and she wanted something that's quite comforting. And the first thing I thought was teddy bears. When you're younger, and I don't think it matters how old you are, if you've got a teddy bear in your hand, you're going to cuddle it. So teddy bears and fluffy bunnies. So it's quite neutral. And I loved working on that. So yeah, another really nice charity that I could support. And I think I never really dreamed that I could actually help charities and people in that kind of situation. So that's definitely a bonus for me and my business. Yeah. Anyway,
so you mentioned at the beginning about your online shops. What can we find there?
So I have 2 online print on demand shops, one with Spreadshirt, one with Redbubble, and I'm also a designer for Amazon merch. So I've got a couple of examples from the Spreadshirt shop. So we've got the masks. So this is my watercolor rainbow. There's another one which this is a bind rune, which means energy. So the bind runes all have different meanings. So you've got positivity, good luck, protection. And this here is an example of the mug. So that's my Taurus ball, because I'm a Taurus.
Great.
So I printed that. And this is just to show that they are customizable. So I've put my logo on here, but you can put messages or grandma, grandpa, or anything like that on there.
Right.
So Redbubble is very similar. It's not customizable, but I've put my designs on homeware. So you've got floor cushions and cushions, notepads, bedspreads. On Amazon at the moment, I've got pop sockets. I'd never heard of them, so it's a revelation to me because I have it on my phone here. So a pop socket.
I didn't realise that's what they were called.
Yeah, so a pop socket is basically so it's easier to hold your phone.
Fabulous.
So when you're taking selfies and things like that, or if you need to steady, you can also use it as a stand. So you can put it in a certain, they come off as well, and you can repurpose them on tablets.
Well, thank you so much for your time. All your links and some images will go up in the next couple of slides, but in the meantime, again, thank you so much, Phaedra. It's been absolutely lovely chatting with you.
Thank you very much, Sarah.